So you're telling me it takes to give millions of US dollars to the Kardashian, Jenner, Barkers, whomever, in cash and material goods, and all your racist, sexist, homophobic, hateful, all over shit is forgotten? How unfortunate that the internet is forever. And if you disagree with me on this one, you can go now, as we probably won't see eye to eye. Hi, and welcome to my little fashion corner. Today's talk is my opinion piece on you are more than welcome to disagree. However, I ask you to stick to the facts, please and thank you. This video is brought to you by my own passion, research, copious amounts of sugar-free rebel, and fear I'm starting to annoy people in my real life with those lectures. This is an unofficial but as accurate as possible history lesson put together from my best attempts at research and my own opinions. This one will likely be a very long one, so please make sure you stay hydrated, take a shot of water every time I use it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I understand you could be anywhere in the world, yet you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Yes, controversies and scandals are absolutely going to apply to more than this fashion label, and I am going to make that video at some point. That said, the focus of today's episode of Designer Talk are Signori Dolce and Stefano Gabbana and their behavior, partnership with the Kardashians family, and bits and bobs adjacent to this. Let's start with some history. Chapter 1. Dolce & Gabbana who? This is genuinely painful for me to cover as I strongly dislike Dolce & Gabbana. So I'm going to refer to the Wikipedia write-up needed, but let's just get this over as quickly as possible. First and foremost, there are few brands lines of this company which can actually guide you in terms of value of the item. Dolce & Gabbana, with spaces, is the name of the company and their luxury fashion label. D&G, DNG, was created for a younger audience, more on the playful side, and is now discontinued. Dolce & Gabbana, without spaces, was a cheaper version of Dolce & Gabbana. There is or were other lines as well, such as Fine Jewelry Collection since 2011, Bridal Collection 1992 to 1998, Home Collection 1994 to 1999, Beachwear, D&G Eyewear, not the same as Dolce & Gabbana sunglasses, price tag play. Children's line, junior line, lingerie, cosmetics, perfumes, all of it. Alright, history write-up. Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana met in 1982, formed a couple, started their consulting studio Dolce & Gabbana in 1983 in Milan. They opened a store a year later, debuted their first collection as part of Milan Fashion Week, and they started off living a true fashion startup story as they had their friends modeling their clothes, not being able to afford models. In March 1986, Dolce & Gabbana released their first self-produced collection for winter 1986-1987, Donne Vere, Real Women. The name of the collection was due in part to the participation of local women models on the runway. Sales from their first collection were disappointing, causing them to cancel the fabric order they put in to create their second collection. However, Dolce's family offered to help meet their costs when the two visited them in Sicily over Christmas. While incidentally, the fabric company did not receive the cancellation notice in time, so the fabric was ready with them back in Milan upon their return. Talk about having serendipity. They work, sell stuff, take off, and really start making serious impact when tapping into Dolce's Sicilian roots. If you've ever seen anything Dolce & Gabbana, it's often black lace, flowers, roses, maiolica print, white and blue, lemons, lemon trees, all those things. More shows, more sales. Another important slash in their history was when press labeled one of their dresses the Sicilian dress and added it to one of the 100 most important dresses ever designed list. During 1980s and 1990s, they continue to grow, design, explore, expand. They get featured, celebrities wear them. They launched their second line, D&G, to get money from younger audience. They get featured on television, yada yada. 90s was already time of their fame. Dolce & Gabbana designed Whitney Houston's costume for her My Love Is Your Love tour, for Missy Elliott, Beyonce, Mary J. Blige. In 2001, they also designed Madonna's costume for her Jumbo tour. In 2012, they merged D&G back into Dolce & Gabbana, strengthening the line. They go on collecting all sorts of awards, titles, pretty much whatever any other famous label was going through. I'm not going to talk in too much detail about their venture into crypto, releasing their NFT tokens, but I am going to mention that in 2019, Dolce & Gabbana extended its size range up to UK 22, while all luxury fashion houses catered to women of sizes up to UK 16 at that time. The Italian label was one of the first to move in the direction of body positivity and more inclusivity for women. And let's just keep this note in mind, shall we? So what am I pressed about this time? Well, it is my opinion that both Dolce and Gabbana are absolute trash humans, and I find it absolutely appalling how they feel they can just keep trying on coming back from yet another scandal. I think we can just go straight to the first scandal controversy I remember back in 2012. Chapter 2. Say something. Pretend to apologize, rinse, and repeat. 2010 tax evasion indictment. November 2010 brought indictment for tax fraud, unearthing their hidden company in Luxembourg, allegedly to avoid paying 200 million euro of Italian taxes. In 2014, Dolce and Gabbana were found guilty and sentenced to 20 months in prison. They've appealed and somehow found not guilty by Italy's highest court in October 2014. Charges were dropped and they were cleared in this case. Alright, one controversy done, 537 to go. January 2012, photo banning incident, Hong Kong. The store in Hong Kong released a policy forbidding residents from taking any photos, whether they were inside or outside of the store. Why, you may ask? To protect the intellectual property. However, locals quickly flooded the streets in protest as they learned this ban did not apply to mainland Chinese and foreign tourists. It was a riot of that flagship. More than 1,000 people protested by, well, taking photos, of course. And Dolce and Gabbana issued a Facebook apology that they will learn from the incident and listen to the views of people from different sectors, which went down really well, so they have issued an official apology. Quote, "We understand that the events which unfolded in front of the Dolce and Gabbana boutique in Canton Road have offended the citizens of Hong Kong. And for this, we are truly sorry, and we apologize," says the Italian fashion house. The Dolce & Gabbana policy is to welcome the Hong Kong people and that of the whole world, respecting the rights of each individual and of the local laws. Unquote. 2013 Spring-Summer Collection. I don't know what happened, but at some point there was someone who said, "Hey, how about we send models down the runway wearing jewelry looking like blackamoor statues?" And just because it's part of Italian culture doesn't make it okay. In modern times, it is considered to have racist connotations to colonialism and slavery. I absolutely believe this should never have happened. It's not an exotic accessory, it's offensive. Art historian Adrian Charles criticized the romanticized interpretation of blackamoor pieces, saying the depictions of black people in the blackamoor style made palatable the existence of slaves in the colony and rather shows evidence of a culture that marginalized and dominated minorities. So, is this art? Arguments about cute or harmless fashion trinkets are absolutely nonsensical. First of all, costume jewelry is worth hundreds with significant profit margin, so they are absolutely looking to make huge profit of this. Moreover, they were modeling these on non-black female models, selling to predominantly non-black audience. Outcome of this formula is two rich white men profiting of reappropriating culture drawn from a shameful era of racism and colonialism, and just like, no, stop. March 2015, synthetic children. Elton John started a hashtag one day. It said hashtag boycott Dolce & Gabbana. Now those are some harsh words coming from Elton. See what had happened. In an interview for Italian magazine Panorama, Dolce & Gabbana said, "We oppose gay adoptions. The only family is the traditional one." Just bear in mind, these comments are coming from openly gay couple of 23 years. By that time, we knew they were conservative, because in 2013 interview with The Telegraph, Dolce said that they don't believe in gay marriage, or same-sex marriage for that matter. They call it a promise that can't be kept. Get married or not, just don't be a d-hole. They say, quote, "You are born to be a mother or a father, or at least that's how it should be," Dolce added. "I call children of chemistry synthetic children. I call children of chemistry synthetic children. Rented uterus, semen chosen from a catalogue. Life has a natural trajectory. There are things that should not be altered." Unquote. Which is interesting, considering that Stefano Gabbana, whilst opposing same-sex parenthood, talked in the past about having a child through insemination with a female friend. So this was super, and please don't come defending them saying that proclamations come from traditionally Catholic religion. Just stop. Let's go back to Elton. Elton John, a father of two, together with his husband, in reaction to all that, put up an Instagram post saying the following: "How dare you refer to my beautiful children as synthetic? And shame on you for wagging your judgmental little fingers at IVF, a miracle that has allowed legions of loving people, both straight and gay, to fulfill their dream of having children. Your archaic thinking is out of step with the times, just like your fashions." I shall never wear Dolce & Gabbana ever again. Hashtag boycott Dolce & Gabbana. And if you remember from my Marc Jacobs video saying how Courtney Love dealt with Jacobs sending runways show samples, it seems that Love has a thing for dealing with problems through fire. As she tweeted, "Just round up all my Dolce & Gabbana pieces. I want to burn them. I'm just beyond words and emotions. Boycott senseless bigotry. Hashtag boycott DNG." To counter this, I believe Gabbana called Elton John a fascist and started a hashtag to boycott Elton John. It did not go viral. February 2016, the slave sandal. Now I am not entirely sure what you need to be on to name footwear as a slave sandal in Napa leather with pom-poms. And just to elaborate, yes, the term existed as a description, but by then the term gladiator sandals had been wildly preferred and appropriate for years. Even their retailers and department stores omitted the name and came up with their own description. However, Dolce & Gabbana's official website used the term until backlash forced the change to decorative flat sandal in Napa leather with pom-poms, which is name and a half. This was 3 years later of them showing racist earrings, saying it's a piece of Sicilian artwork. February 2017, shame on Lady Gaga's body. Stefano Gabbana probably felt compelled to comment on Lady Gaga's appearance during Super Bowl's halftime show in 2017. And he commented on her pot rolls and tummy, wearing an Atelier Versace piece reminiscent of David Bowie's outfits. The next day, he jumped to apologize, saying, "I know it's strange, but finally something real, not retouched. The truth, reality. Yesterday I criticized this too, but I thought about it and I was wrong. I personally am glad that he had a chance to post hateful shit to his millions of followers, judge another human being, then change his mind and delete it and damage control the situation." April 2017, I'm thin and gorgeous. As Vogue frowns happily printed, object of desire, Dolce & Gabbana couture sneakers. Sneakers were over 750 quid. It's still up there on the website despite everything that had happened. Apparently, these are, quote, classic with a touch of chic, unquote, which is weird since Dolce & Gabbana promoted this shoe as appealing to millennials imitating Sharpie doodles. But according to Vogue France, 2017 was really the year when body dysmorphia became chic. 2 years later, TK Maxx tried to sell Dolce & Gabbana clutch with the same print for almost $2,000. Claire Misko, my apologies, CEO of the National Eating Disorders Association, said, "Though there may be an element of cheeky humor at play in the design of the sneakers, equating thinness and beauty with success and status is a message that hurts everyone," unquote. Luckily, this incident was handled with Italian grace, of course. In response to the backlash, Stefano Gabbana responded to Instagram comments saying, "Darling, you prefer to be fat and full of cholesterol? I think you have a problem." June 2017, Melania Trump endorsement and Miley Cyrus. They got criticized for their blatant support of then First Lady Melania Trump. They were dressing and styling her. Stefano Gabbana called her hashtag DG woman. Not really surprised their ideology resonated with Trump's messaging. And we lived to witness yet another prime act of character. As Miley Cyrus's younger brother Brayson walked the Dolce & Gabbana Spring-Summer 2018 campaign, Miley congratulated him publicly on her Instagram, however added in the caveat of disagreement about Melania Trump. Stefano Gabbana commented, "We are Italian and we don't need to care about politics, and mostly about the American one," which is a wonderful message if you know anything about 2023 Italian politics. We make dresses, and if you think about doing politics with a post, it's simply ignorant. We don't need your post on comments, so next time, please ignore us. Adding hashtag boycott Dolce & Gabbana. And because Stefano was a little upsetty, he then added, "For your stupid comment, never more work with him." During this time, Elton John's original hashtag was revived and Dolce & Gabbana clearly got on the job, creating a limited edition of $245 t-shirts with hashtag boycott Dolce & Gabbana print, trying to invalidate real calls for change by trolling. Look, 2017 isn't over yet. We can squeeze in a little bit of homophobia. December 2017. I am a man, not gay. Dolce & Gabbana posted more photos of Melania Trump head to toe in DNG. A comment appeared saying, quote, "Sad when a gay designer doesn't care about other groups being repressed," unquote. Gabbana responded with, "Don't call me gay, please. I'm a man. Who I love is my private life." unquote. I do not identify as a man, yet I understand that we aren't allowed to be both gay and a man. Is that it? Also, this is not the only homophobic remark out of Dolce & Gabbana's workshop. April 2018. I don't want a Japanese designer to design for Dolce & Gabbana. Both Dolce & Gabbana gave an interview to Reuters talking about their acquisition offers they rejected and what is their vision for the future. When asked about possible heir, Gabbana said, "Once we will be dead, we will be dead. I don't want a Japanese designer to design for Dolce & Gabbana," with no elaboration. June 2018. Selena Gomez is so ugly. Instagram account The Catwalk Italia posted a split photo of Selena Gomez in 5 different red dresses, engaging followers to pick their faith. Stefano Gabbana jumps in with his peace of mind saying, "È proprio brutta," meaning she's really ugly, and didn't seem to care and happily doubled down on that one. During the same time, he came for Kate Moss too, which makes me wonder what happened as Kate Moss walked for Dolce & Gabbana in the 90s, at least Milan 1998, however, she haven't really in the 2000s. She looks stunning. Honestly, this gorgeous plate suit by Saint Laurent, plunging neckline, golden waist, paired with those classic black pumps and black clutch. What's not to love? Stefano Gabbana comments with, "No. I think he meant to write C, but autocorrect is a proper bitch." November 2018, The Great Showdown. 21st November of 2018, Dolce & Gabbana planned the biggest fashion show in Shanghai. The Great Show, 33-year history featuring more than 300 looks, 140 performers in ode to China. The invite list counted 1,400 people, celebrities and influencers included. In the week leading to this big event, on 17th November, Dolce & Gabbana released a video in which a female presenting Chinese model tries to eat a variety of enlarged Italian dishes with chopsticks. 3 sets, all stereotypically looking Chinese market stalls with typical Chinese violin music. When she fails to eat a cannolo, the masculine sounding voice asks in Mandarin, "Is it too huge for you?" How funny! I see what you did there, as chopsticks were referred to as small sticks in the subtitles, so they are tiny and can't handle the grand Italian cuisine. So funny! In response to all this, a prominent fashion Instagram account, Diet Prada, strongly recommend by the way, reported leaked messages from Gabbana and a user Michaela Tronova, who challenged the designer on the campaign. Stefano Gabbana's comeback was him insinuating Michaela is racist for eating dogs, and overall says a lot of hateful. The video got taken down from Chinese social media Weibo, and Gabbana resorted to the good old when in doubt, claims someone hacked her account and someone else is looking into it. There was quite the backlash. The Asian clientele of luxury brands is quite prominent. Celebrities, influencers are very vocal about the situation and how wrong this all was and is. The morning of 21st November, the day of the tribute, the Great Show got cancelled. Dolce & Gabbana's social media statement read, "Our dream was to bring to Shanghai a tribute event dedicated to China which tells our history and vision. It was not simply a fashion show, but something that we created especially with love and passion for China and all the people around the world who love Dolce & Gabbana. What happened today was very unfortunate, not only for us, but also for all the people who work day and night to bring this event to life. From the bottom of our heart, we would like to express our gratitude to our friends and guests, Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana." I personally am pressing big fat X to doubt the "it was all created for China" statement. Was that really your intention, or were you just trying to appeal to some of your wealthiest clientele? Chapter another, the Kardashians. Seemingly, the Kardashians may have been some of Dolce & Gabbana's biggest fans. They've always liked well Dolce. After all, during the time they were trying to become famous, Dolce & Gabbana was a very popular luxury fashion brand and very eye-catching because you can usually spot people wearing Dolce. In July 2018, Stefano Gabbana happily commented on a photo of the Kardashian-Jenner women saying, "The most cheap people in the world." Fast forward to 2022, a villa in Portofino owned by Dolce & Gabbana, where Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker are to be married. The couple's wedding weekend began on Friday, 20th May, with a welcome dinner, and it was a celebratory weekend with grand festivities as the couple got formally married a few days ago. Paperwork, am I right? Been reported by Daily Mail that, allegedly, the Italian wedding of Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker was a deal between the Kardashian-Jenner soon-to-be Barkers and Dolce & Gabbana. deal worth of millions in custom-made outfits, ceremony, food, location, travel costs. Moreover, there was a pop-up show in Portofino's harbour as part of that sponsorship. That is, in my opinion, one expensive marketing campaign. Spring-Summer 2023 collection co-created with Kim Kardashian. That's it. That's it. They just brought Kim Kardashian on board to continue to boost their brand on new audiences. They continue to struggle bringing clients back on board. Kim, it is my understanding that you're 3 times divorced. Not that there is anything wrong with it, I don't care, but that seems like it's against those good old traditional Catholic views of good Italian men. Also, I know at least one of your children was born through surrogacy. You don't seem to be too bothered about your business partner's hateful. Chapter in conclusion. Ever since March 2022, Dolce & Gabbana have been on the mission to make their label, that's label, not libel, although to make their label relevant again. Marketing, PR, lobby, brand building, celebrities, influencer collaboration, a bloody Kim Kardashian collection. I thought the Kardashians went through enough controversies and scandals and shady businesses as been alleged and reported number of times, so I thought we could at least stay away from promoting hateful speech. Again, some are not forgetting Dolce & Gabbana's steady influx of racism, homophobia, misogyny and hate. Some seem to remember and care as well. It is my opinion that we should not keep these views in the past, as there is no evidence of growth. Mostly Stefano Gabbana's, but Domenico Dolce is far from detached from this. I know, understand, and appreciate it is upon individuals to decide what to do with their own money, which businesses they are going to support, but sometimes it goes a bit farther than supporting businesses with your coin. You don't have to be into fashion, or anything really, and stand firmly against this shit. Thank you for making it all the way here. You've suffered over 3,600 words from me, and I appreciate that. Make good choices, stay hydrated, and have a fantastic time. Bye!